How long have you been in the franchising industry? What is the key pillar of really building a great franchise system? What led to your success? What was your value and what was your philosophy, your mindset that continued to evolve yourself? What is the vision you see yourself kind of with BNI? What's the goal in the next 3 to 5 years? For anyone out there that's running a business and they're now about to franchise, what is the one piece of advice you'd want to tell them? Today, I'm with a legend. You want to introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Mary Thompson. I'm CEO of BNI and the new chair of the International Franchise Association.
How long have you been in the franchising industry?
The last year was 30 years. I can honestly say that it has been just a remarkable ride.
And what is the benefit of being a franchise, the franchise business model?
I came into franchising as a franchisee first in a system called Cookies by Design. And I always tell everybody that they taught me how to make cookies, they taught me how to sell cookies, and they taught me how to make money selling cookies. And I think it's really important if you want to be operationally excellent and you don't want to have to reinvent the wheel and you want to be able to be successful as quickly as possible, the franchise model is a really great way of doing it.
If someone out there that has a successful business model, but they have maybe a misconception, maybe franchising is only food or whatever it may be, what type of guidance or support or insights you would kind of give that business on the franchise model be a great way to distribute their business and take their concept to the next level?
If you have strong systems and strong unit level economics, it's a great way to help somebody control their own destiny and grow your brand. If you only have company owned, you probably can only grow your brand so far because of maybe limited resources you have or limited time. But when you have other people evangelizing your brand and spending time on it and loving it and selling it and presenting it to the world, it's a great way to get your brand to grow faster.
I'm sure you've seen a lot of franchise concepts. What is the key pillar of really building a great franchise system to really scale to the next level?
I would say good franchising is first and foremost building a good relationship with your franchise owners, being very transparent because they're partnered with you in what they're doing. It is having strong unit level economic and a strong system of collaboration, communication, and coaching, the 3 C's, so that you're coaching them to their best performance. It's just like, why would I join a gym and have a trainer when I already know how to lift a weight? It's because I need somebody to help hold me accountable and help me be a best version of myself, and that's what franchising is.
And sometimes there's a lot of businesses that have good businesses, but when they get into the franchise industry, they don't do so well. And sometimes you see other people, businesses, they don't do so well, but they do better in franchising. What is the key of once you start franchising, the different stages of growth that you're going to go through to continue to stay ahead and not slowly fall behind?
Well, all franchisors are either emerging, established, or mature. And there's magic in all 3 of those stages. Like an emerging brand, they're more nimble, they move faster, they are willing to try out new ideas more, but they don't have as many systems. Then you get to established and you've really got your systems buttoned down, you have your coaching buttoned down, you're really spending time on fine-tuning the system. And then mature is when it's gotten to the size that almost the franchise owners are minding the business themselves and doing that. Now, a mature franchisor sometimes doesn't grow as fast as you want them to, just like an emerging franchisor doesn't have as many systems as you want them to. So it's important to know which stage you're in. Sometimes on the mature side, it's time to do some reinventing. And on the emerging side, it's time to make sure that you're putting the right people and talent in place and the right systems.
You mentioned something about people, such a important pillar of being successful. How do you evaluate and know that you have the right people?
I think there's 2 parts to that question. The first part is the team and the associates you have that are supporting the franchise owners. And a lot of times you've probably heard people say, what got us here isn't going to get us there. And I see this sometimes with founder-led organizations where, man, they just grew really well and they got to here. But the people that got us to here, some of those people, that's as far as they're going to get us. And so making sure that you're always bringing in additional new talent that can take the organization to the next place. And it's hard because this group of people, they were fantastic. Some people are great doing emerging brands. Some people are great in mature brands. Some people are great in established brands. So making sure you have that. So that's the first part of people. And then in choosing your franchise owners is making sure you understand there are plenty of assessments, whether it's a DISC profile or Navigator, or there's a ton of them, where you go and figure out who is that ideal candidate, how entrepreneurial do they need to be or not need to be? Do they need to have a bend towards salesmanship or not? Depends on the franchise. And so then what I like to do is once you have your first 20 or 30 franchise owners, take your top 10 and assess them and find those qualities and then use those qualities to test others coming in because you do want to find the right match.
Now, you're a legend in the franchise industry. You've done so much in this entire environment in franchising. How did you come up with what led to your success? What was your value value and what was your philosophy, your mindset that continued to evolve yourself?
Well, first of all, another word for legend is old. So no legends here, none at all. I think it's about doing what you love and being passionate about what you love. And I've been very lucky and blessed to be part of organizations that lead with values first. It's very hard to inspire someone to go do something without a set of values that they know that they work within. And so doing BNI, or when I was with Neighborly, or with the United States Marine Corps, was this group of people that all agreed to a set of values that we make decisions by, and we can come from any walk of life, as diverse as possible, which diversity always creates strength. And if we all agree that this is how we're going to do business and how we're going to interact, we're a lot stronger.
And last thing, what is the vision you see yourself kind of with BNI? What's the goal in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, at BNI, our vision is very clear: to change the way the world does business. So if you think about, especially what's happened over the last 5 years since the pandemic, and even you think about with millennials, many have grown up like this, on their phones. As millennials now are coming into small business ownership on a very faster than the prior generations now. They weren't before COVID, and now they are at a very high rate. They don't know how to network. They don't know how to do the one-to-one with somebody to talk about their business and the connection that you make to grow your business. And that's what we do. We are the world's largest business referral networking organization. We have 337,000 members. And last year we generated $25 billion in member-to-member generated business. That's a lot. We want to change the way the world does business. We want to show people that it is still this. It's still the one-to-one conversation and talking about your business and why it's important that gets someone to say, I want to do business with you.
And last thing, for anyone out there that's running a business and they're now about to franchise, what is the one piece of advice you'd want to tell them?
Love your franchisees. When you love the people you lead, that means you give them not always what they want, but what they need. You care about what happens to them. You make sure that you're focused on their growth and their profitability, because when that happens, everything else is good.
Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Yes. Do you want to franchise your business and take it to a whole new level? Click the link below to schedule a free consultation today.